Machu Picchu Yacta. Machu Picchu remained intact but ignored since the resistance of Vilcabamba in 1536, until the scientific exploration by Hiram Bingham in 1911. The documents of the 16th and 17th centuries called the mountain formation site as Picchu or Picho. According to historian Mariana Molde Peace and German researcher Augusto Burns, who had been years before Hiram Bingham at Machu Picchu and called the place the Huaca del Inca in 1887, he also visited the ancient town of Aguascalientes. At that time, it was known as Machine because of the existence of a sawmill used to make the ties of railroad tracks. Obviously, this area was known by miners as there is information on prospecting for mining concessions. The existence of silver mines that had names like Lateriayo or Incantuyo beyond Machu Picchu demonstrates that. The names, use and function of the different compounds were established by Hiram Bingham in 1911. It is common to call our archaeological center Machu Picchu a citadel, even calling it with some modern urban terms. But the worldview of the physical and geographical space by the Andean people is much simpler, since in Andean thought, the name of a particular place does not lie only in the names of the place, but in the use, space, function, and certain purposes. According to the teachings of the master in anthropology and archaeology, Dr. Luis Barrera Murillo, who mentioned that the difference between a city and a yacta is that a city has permanent residents, while a yacta is no more than a place to store food and all the paraphernalia for ceremonial use and which housed the people only in major holidays. The latest research conducted by the anthropologist José Fernando Astete in the college Yacta of Machu Picchu again confirms the wisdom of our ancestors. According to his research, the Incas used the granite chaos, such as faults and fractures out of rain, to get the necessary stone tools to build the terraces from the bottom to the top. The most tangible evidence is that the ceremonial grounds, houses and warehouses were built on terraces built and consolidated previously. The walls of the various venues on the first level do not have a tangle with the wall of the main terrace, but from the second floor of the enclosure. The Incas did not waste in the least the lithic waste material produced from the processes of carving and polishing the larger rocks. Sediments, slabs, chips, and other forms of stone tools were used to fill the empty spaces and build ceremonial platforms, especially among the religious and urban sectors. Some sectors clearly show that Machu Picchu was under construction, as the traces of the rocks show that they were in the carving process. That is, the convex angles from the upper block are in the process of polishing to be fitted perfectly through trial and error technique to the concave corners of the lower block. There is even a lithic block in the main square which is in the process of transport with the help of lithic wedges to slide more easily into the established location. The builders of Machu Picchu in some cases left rustic stone walls as a scaffold that is attached to the original walls in the process of construction. It has also identified different platforms that served as ramps to place stones on top of the walls. The construction of the walls around the rocks in situ demonstrates the great respect that the Incas builders had for the natural formations that are considered in many cases sacred or huacas that should be respected. As for the stone tools found in various excavations, have lithic materials from different geological formations. Among the most important rock is sedimentary rocks such as sandstone and limestone that comes from Pachatusan and Pisac, and some from Yucaypata. The latest excavations in Patayacta, a funerary context was found that may belong to the builders of Machu Picchu, because among their belongings they had some stone tools similar to those in the quarries of Machu Picchu. Some lithic items were moved from their place. The exact date when it happened is unknown, For example, on the floor of the main temple that is in front of the altar, we see a lithic item on the floor that does not belong to the site. And in photographs taken in 1912 by Hiram Bingham, that lithic element does not appear. Some walls at the top were reconstructed during the brush cleansing process by Bingham workers. Trees fell on walls and damaged them. The significance of Machu Picchu World Heritage to be elected is due to several aspects, but the most important is that it has more than 7 different types of walls. The architectural styles employed in the construction are 7 in number. Also because one of the most striking features is that it has an helical wall as part of the lateral wall of the famous site known as the enclosure of the 3 windows. The archaeological material left to the United States by Hiram Bingham during 3 expeditions is in the Museum of Yale. The material that was recorded add up a total of 76 boxes, but not that is not all, as the content of more than 40 cases were never recorded. Although not everything that is said is correct, Machu Picchu continues to astonish the world and still jealously guards its mysteries. If you really want to approach the mysteries of Machu Picchu, come and take one of our tours. We are very pleased to help you enjoy Peru and of course Machu Picchu. We are PeruCusco.com. See you soon.